Hey Booktube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching Books I'm Not Reading. I'm still wearing my Valentine's Day shirt because it's long sleeve and it's warm. And I have been wearing this fleece all week long, like every single day at work. Even if I had a nice shirt on underneath, I had to wear the fleece as well because it is still quite chilly here. But we have so much to talk about. There's so much I want to chat with you about. So first of all, it's Friday Read, so I should probably tell you about what I've been reading. So last weekend I was able to finish The God of Animals by Aryn. And just to do kind of a brief summary here, this is about a young girl. Her name is Alice Winston. And she lives in a kind of desert community in Colorado, and her father has sort of it's not a place to learn how to race horses. It's, showing and jumping and, writing Western, writing English, those kinds of things. And, just all the struggles that they have. Alice is quite lonely and doesn't really understand how to make friends. Unlike some other books that I've talked about on this channel, the horses do play a pivotal role in the book, so that was great. I like to know what I'm getting into. It is a really the characters in it are really complicated, and that's what I found so enjoyable about it, is that nobody is perfect. Everyone is a fully realized three-dimensional person with good things that they do and bad things and bad choices, things they regret saying, all kinds of things along those lines. So I'm going to give this book 4 stars. If you've read this, I would like to hear what you think about it and how you came across it, because I came across it in Montana, where the author was currently living at the time. I don't know what's going on with her now. It's very funny. The blurbs on the back are both from Montana authors. One of them, though, is on Andrew Sean Greer, who, since the publication of this book, has won the Pulitzer Prize. So that blurb's probably worth a little bit more now than it once was. I don't think she's published anything else since this, aside from a collection of short stories. But anyway, so if you're familiar with this book, I'd love to know how you came across it and what your thoughts were. The other thing, and I haven't been actively reading it, but I have been actively talking about Parades and by Maddox with Allie from Foxed Folios. Allie she's so amazing. She doesn't have a channel, breaks my heart a little bit, but I'm so fortunate to know Allie and to be buddy reading this is a mammoth for sure. It's 900 pages long. And we just finished the first book. It's 4 books in this collection, and we were kind of going along and enjoying it and seeing a lot of depth in it. But then the end of the first book, which is called Some Do Not, it's just, every single word, every single sentence is just packed with meaning, and also the structure of it is what really, really knocked my socks off. Like, I felt a little lost, I'm not going to lie, at the end of the first book. I'm not going to tell you any plot details or anything like that, but the end of the first book, it's like Maddox had a mirror and he just punched it. And there's all these slivers and slices, and that's the structure of the end of the first book, and it goes from one part of the day to another part of the day to, maybe like almost like an alternate ending of a situation, and it's very, very interesting. I've never read anything like Some Do Not. So I'm super excited to start the next book, which is called No More Parades. I I can't really bring myself to stop reading this, even though March, obviously I'll be reading another really large book, so I'm not quite sure yet how I'm going to manage these books in the month of March, but I'm going to find a way. Like, I really don't want to stop reading this because I'm afraid that I'm going to forget something, but it's fantastic. It's just mind-blowing. Allie and I could have a Zoom chat and we could talk for an hour just about like the last 2 or 3 chapters of Some Do Not. It's that good. Those of you who are going to participate in March of the Mammoths next year should seriously consider Parade's End. I hope. Like, we'll see what happens with the next 3 books, but I just, like, the first book, just, oh my gosh, like, such a great reading experience. Jason even told me this morning, he's like, I love it when you fall in love with a book. So that's what's happening with me in terms of reading. And this leads me to just a brief response. I don't want to make an entire response video about a video that Barb and Isabella at the Font made this week. She's done a couple of bookish struggles, and one of them is about being a book snob. And I tried to say this to Barb in the comment section, and I just want to make it clear, like, I hope nobody is thinking on my channel that whatever I read, I'm reading to try to look smart, or I'm reading because for some reason other than that, I really want to pick up that book. This book has the cover and the back has Benedict Cumberbatch on it, right? So I'm not gonna lie, like, was that part of my motivation? Yes. Was that the reason Jason bought me this particular edition of this book? Yes, it was. However, the joy of reading it is just so wonderful. And so I'm not the kind of person, I watch Booktube channels that I enjoy, that I feel a connection to the content creator, and it shouldn't matter really what they're talking about, whether they're talking about a cozy mystery or Shakespeare, or the Bible, or whatever it is. The people that I watch because I like, I don't know, the energy they give off, their just sort of way of talking about things. I want to say, like, on my channel, when I read Barchester Towers, it's because I really, really want to read Barchester Towers, and I'm reading Parades and because I really, really want to. I can't wait to start the next book today. So, so the best advice that I've ever been given about having a channel, and I know I've said this a lot, but again, like Joe Smith told me, like, you do you. And the truth is, if we are true to ourselves and we read what we want to read and talk about it, then the people who subscribe to our channel, however many that is, those are the people who connect to that and who want to hear about what it is you're talking about. So, but I'm not driven to, I might read some middle grade books here in the next couple of months. I don't plan on spending like a lot of time, like those are books that I'm not gonna, do the same kind of like deep dive explanation of that book that I would with something else. It's just, just the nature of what it is. That's just me though. That doesn't mean that somebody else couldn't like really like get into the nitty gritty of, a Meg Cabot book or something like that. So it's just who we are. We're all just different, and people are drawn to different channels for different, again, I think it mainly has to do more with the content creator. Which leads me to the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is, so there are 2 new Booktube channels that I watched the Booktube newbie tag with Jason, and I really, really wanted to make sure that I got on their channel and left a comment. And so I just did a quick search for the Booktube newbie tag and uploaded it by like most recent upload. And holy cow. I don't know if it's always like that. I couldn't find the channels that I had just recently watched their newbie tag on because there are so many people joining Booktube. So welcome to all of them, and I will try to watch some of those videos. But there's no way I could watch all of them. Holy cow. There's a huge number of people joining Booktube at the moment. I don't know why necessarily. I mean, I love it, but I was really surprised. And maybe some of you can speak to that. Like, is it always this just kind of busy? Like, is it always this many people starting channels? What's sad is that I feel like some people really burn themselves out and then they stop their channel. Like, every once in a while, I will go through my subscriber list, and if somebody hasn't posted a video for a long period of time, I'll probably unsubscribe just because there's no content coming. I don't know. Like, there's only so many channels I can subscribe to. So the two channels, I finally had to like really backtrack and find them. The first one was, and I'm so sorry, I don't remember his name, but his channel is Revenant Reads, and I will link to these channels down below, of course. And he just had some really great, really like honest, authentic answers to the Booktube newbie tag questions. And I tried to say it in my comment, but I'll say it now as well. Like, man, like, you know, like we don't always have the greatest backgrounds or the greatest lighting for our videos. But again, if you're just talking about the things that you're excited about and that you're passionate about, he reads very, very different things from me, a lot of horror, and I think he might even be talking about maybe some horror film on his channel in the future, and that's totally Jason's wheelhouse, so Jason was really, really excited as well to find that booktuber. And the other one is Zinna from Beating Around the Books, which I love that channel name. That is fantastic, Zinna. And yeah, she's done several videos, some tags. Her cats knocked the tripod over in one of her videos. It's great. It's just wonderful. I just find her just really delightful, and I'm super excited to see both of these channels, what they do, how they develop, how they grow. So if you have not checked them out, I would definitely recommend that. I'd love to hear what you're doing this weekend. Are you keeping warm? Booktubers in Texas, man, I am thinking of you. Please stay safe. Yeah, so tell me what you're reading this weekend, what's going on, if there's anything, you know, positive or that you'd like to share. Something good that's happened. My shirt today is in part like a shout out to Hope. Both of us have not bought any new clothes since the pandemic started, and I think we're both a little bit frustrated with our wardrobes at the moment. I have a really hard time buying clothes online, so I want to see them and try them on and look in the mirror before I make that purchase. And so, yeah, my work jeans will eventually become my weekend jeans, and my weekend jeans will eventually become my work jeans because, yes, they have experienced a lot of wear and tear in the last year. All right, sorry about that tangent. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, Booktube, to be kind to yourself and be kind to others. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.